Hey you like elves? The highly attractive, long-eared, thick fantasy race you know and love is now going to ridicule a sad man into depression, and we get to watch it all unfold in this manga. Observe as a dark-skinned, flat-chested cleric elf insults a poor adventurer into the brink of insanity as they travel the fantasy world together. Now, the comedy genre is easily one of my favorite genres. The hilarious combination of funny abnormal happenings and the torment of a single being that is deemed the clown of the group makes the viewing experience a great time. As some guy once said, a joke is always told at the expense of a person, and what better way to enjoy a joke than to include a dark elf from hell and make the person of ridicule the weakest adventurer in existence. Carla is a dark elf cleric that has the power to disintegrate your ego to dust with her many insults that put Nagatoro to shame. At first glance, she may look like a cute dark elf, but watch her interact with Elvin and you get to see another side of her. She is kind and caring to almost everyone she meets, everyone except for Elvin. She can summon tentacles from a portal and create dark orbs of death, making her skill set less of a cleric and more of a demon lord. The aforementioned sad and pathetic adventurer Elvin is not only weak, but lacks any knowledge and skill to complete any task. His list of weaknesses and incompetency only seem more apparent as he falls into beginner traps, not knowing common monster weaknesses, and his lack of ability to keep cool in a situation, usually lashing out at Carla for pointing out his incompetency. I mean seriously, this guy is so weak, he lost to a goddamn mushroom in a fistfight. The world that this manga portrays is one that is rarely portrayed in other mangas. Whereas many manga portray monsters as an evil experience dispenser, this world has monsters that are polite and kind. It has the Joe Haver sort of feel where the monsters have their own lives and don't go out of their way to actively murder and destroy towns. The art style is rough and simple, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, allowing the backgrounds of each panel to show the environment and atmosphere clearly to the audience. While Elvin always wears a helmet and gets his face obstructed when he is not wearing one, Carla's facial expressions that she tries to do while accompanied by the dead eyes she constantly gives really carry the whole manga experience, together with the conversations and arguments. They kinda sorta resemble a couple of good friends that hang out together, but just get tired of each other's bullshit after a while and just end up agreeing with each other. The manga's comedy is similar to a 4-koma manga, where they establish a joke at the first few panels, then they deliver the punchline at the last few as fast and clearly as possible. From chapter 14 onwards, there are hints of a small romance blossoming between the two, and the bullying seems more like extremely twisted teasing rather than just being cruel. This is why many people would advise from reading from chapter 14 onwards, as the atmosphere of the manga is more lighthearted rather than mean-spirited. But I will still highly recommend that you read from the start as you are able to observe the two characters and how their dynamic evolves over time. It's kinda like Nagatoro, where it's uncomfortably mean and cruel in the first few episodes, but it helps to build the characters and establish the character dynamic. Also, unlike Nagatoro, it has its comedy to carry it in the early chapters, so it's still a good read throughout. Now, I'm a big fan of manga and the comedy genre. It's a good time whenever you're having a laugh, reading the jokes and funny situations the characters get themselves into. But if you look under the layers a bit, you kind of get a sad, melancholic feeling from the characters, and in this manga, you kinda get that vibe with both Carla and Elvin. Let me explain. At the start of the manga, when Elvin and Carla first met, Carla shared with Elvin that she was not able to join the party and has been alone for a long while. While it was passed off as a joke, her character could be interpreted as a sad and lonely person, having trouble fitting into a party with her personality. She has long forgotten how to interact with other people properly and now uses the leverage of being a healer and a curse to force Elvin into forming a party with her. She then starts to berate and insult Elvin in a bid to lower his confidence and make him believe that no one else will ever be with him other than herself, manipulating Elvin to stick with her so that she won't ever feel lonely ever again. And on the other side of the coin, we have Elvin, the weak adventurer that just can't get a break, constantly being made fun of and always the butt of the joke. He kind of has the same melancholic feeling as Carla, adventuring on his own as no party would accept a weakling like him. He has no choice but to party up with Carla, being told by everyone including his own party member and the enemies that he faced that he will never amount to anything, being perpetually angry at the world while not being able to do anything about it. If anyone else was in his place, they would have most likely been broken. I know I will. But he pushes on, knowing that he's weak. knowing that he risks his life to accomplish barely anything. He pushes on and tries his best at everything he does, which is honestly extremely respectable. He's a true man. Thank you for watching. I want to thank the author and the translation group that made this video possible. If you have any manga suggestions for me to read, comment it down below, and I'll gladly read it. Have a good day.